Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hornby hobby. So today I'm going to show you how to make truckloads, which can either be used for coal, ballast, pretty much any, I don't know, rocky material kind of thing. So for this I'm going to be using 10mm MDF, which is quite dense, quite thick, and quite good stuff because once you put it in the truck, it then lifts the load up a bit. Because there's two ways of doing truckloads. Either you can fill that up completely as if it were real life, just fill it up with whatever material you want, or you can have replaceable coal loads, which is what I'm going to be doing. So what you're going to need to do first is measure out the interior dimensions of your truck, so that way and that way, and you can see that mine's already got a line down it. So I just need to cut off that little strip there, and then we can move on to the next step. So let's get it cut. Before we go any further, I'd just like to talk about this, which is the Evolution R210 CMS compound miter saw. Bought for 60 quid from B&Q, and it's great for doing little projects like this. Especially if, like me, you are absolutely crap at cutting with a handsaw. This is pretty perfect for doing cuts like that. I use it all the time, as you can tell by the dust. And obviously I've made a place for it. They do another version, which is the SMS, which is a sliding miter saw, which can handle bigger stock. So, to be honest, you're probably better off getting that one. I'm kind of wishing I had, but I didn't have the money, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to be using big stock. I'm only going to be using slim stock. But turns out that I'm now using bigger stock more than ever. So check them out, the Evolution Power Tools range. Not sponsored, by the way, but I just love this whole thing. So yeah, with that, back to the project. Now, the thing you're going to want to do next is to make sure that it fits inside the truck. That one doesn't, either way. And then we've got this other one here, just in case. That just needs the tiniest amount off. So with this, you can either use sandpaper or a planer or scissors or whatever's good for the material that you're using. If you're using cardboard, just use some scissors. And it just takes the edge off just nicely. There you go. See, look at that. That looks pretty nice. I might have to sand down the edges just to make it easier to slip in and out, because I do actually have a plan for these, a way of getting them out, which I will reveal a little later. So just take off that edge. And of course, you can make as many of these as you like for all your trucks or cars, whatever you want to call them. There we go. You want it to be a relatively snug fit, but you don't want it to get stuck in there. And then, there we go. I'd say, so can I get it out with my fingers? Yes, I can. Right. So, now that's been sanded down, Now I'm going to use some Hornby Satin 85 paint, and I'm just going to paint the whole thing. So that side, all the sides that you see, you're just going to paint. And it's very self-explanatory. Okay, so just paint it all over, and when it's dry, you'll have something that looks like that. Completely dry all the way around. So then what you want to do is make sure that your paintbrush is dry first. Next, what you want to do is apply the glue and the ballast, which is fairly simple. So always make sure you put your workstation back to rights so you know where everything is. So let's get the ballast. So here I have some Hornby Scale Scenics R7 168 ballast ballistic rock. So you just want to cut the top off pretty much along where it says Scenics, because it's actually got one of those locking tab things. So open the bag, get it ready. And then, now the way I'm going to do it is to put the bit of wood in the truck first, so then the walls will create a border so you don't end up wasting ballast. Okay. This was actually meant to be for one of the other trucks like this, so it's a bit too snug. Maybe because I've put the paint on it. Just need a bit along that side. Yeah, and like I said, you can make as many of these as you like. And for whatever loads that you like. And these are replaceable. So you'll be able to take out a coal load and replace it with ballast or gravel, whatever material you're going to put down on your layout. You're more than welcome to interpret how you like. So just want a bit more off that. And of course, if you've got a Dremel as well, that's another good thing. Okay, so now that's in there, you can see it. So now it's as simple as applying some glue. Now this is the same glue that I use when ballasting the track. So just apply it quite liberally. And then just pour your ballast over the top, like that. That's pretty good. and then just sieve it around a bit, and well, there you go. Anyone could be fooled into thinking that that's a full load. Okay, so now you just let it dry. Now, of course, you can do the old glitter tactic of just letting it dry for just a little bit, then pouring the excess out. And then if it needs some more, add some more. It's as simple as that. So you can smooth it down, get it as big or as flat as you like. I'm just going to go with that because then it's not overflowing. It's not, yeah, just mainly so it's not overflowing. So it looks more realistic because you don't want to overload your truck. And I think that looks pretty cool. And like I said, you can do as many as you like for coal, for ballast, for literally anything that you fancy. It literally doesn't matter. Now, I mentioned that they're going to be replaceable. And you may be wondering how. Well, that's because I'm going to add a hook on the inside of that that's stuck to the piece of MDF. So then you pick it up by the hook and lift it out. Okay? And it's going to be blended in. That's the reason why I've made them black. I mainly made these black for coal loads. If you try and colour them the same colour as your load, then you'd be grand. So just imagine a little hook in the middle there, like a little eyelet from a chain or a necklace, something like that, that you can grab onto with your fingers and then you can lift it up. And then it's going to be painted the same colour as the base or as the load, depending on what you've got. And of course, this can be used for not only coal and ballast loads, but also wood. If you've got, just do the same thing with this, but then add lolly sticks down the sides to make it look like loads of timber. Make it look like you're shipping timber. Or whatever you think, whatever you need in your trucks, you can add to a piece of MDF and make a coal load. And I'm really happy with mine. So, just experiment with what works for you. What your railway needs, and etc. So, that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Always much appreciated. And until next time, stay safe and thanks for watching.